Breaking right now, the attorney representing the family of Samuel Sterling, that's the Kentwood man who was hit and killed by an unmarked MSP vehicle last week, is holding a press conference right now. And it just started a few minutes ago. This is Robert Womack speaking at the moment. Let's take a listen.
On national levels, a man who has fought to make sure people understand the value of the lives of young people who are dying across this country by the hands of law enforcement. Give it up for what our community calls the Black Attorney General, our greatest civil rights attorney of all time, Ben Crump.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Womack. Just like Patrick Loyola's case, it was you standing up for the community when others were staying silent. And I remember 2 years ago being very proud to say, Womack won't step back. Yeah, Womack won't step back. A lot of people, when they kill our children in highly questionable situations, they say controversial. A lot of people in our community are silent. And you scratch your head and say, why do you think God gave you a voice, if not to use it when it matters most? So thank you, Commissioner Womack, for always using your voice. And to the pastor, thank you so much for allowing us to be in your cathedral, as your father did 2 years ago, that started us on the journey to justice for Patrick Loyola. I believe a big reason why that officer was arrested and charged was not only the community marching in the streets, but the prayers that resonated for that family. And just like with Patrick Loyola, we're going to get justice for Samuel Sterling. And how are we going to do it? We're going to do it together as a community, standing up for right. Attorney Ben Johnson, my brother from another mother, who is my co-counsel in the Loyola case, and we work other matters around the state, and all the attorneys. I know Attorney Vonda and Attorney Johnny and other black attorneys. We're in this together. Right. And we all have to work together to get justice for our people. And we intend on doing that. Because just like we fought to get justice for George Floyd's family, and just like we fought to get justice for Breonna Taylor's family, and just like we fought to get justice for Ahmaud Arbery's family, and just like we fought to get justice for Patrick Loyola's family, we're going to fight to get justice for Samuel Sterling's family. And we're going to fight together so they know that you can't run over our children using a police cruiser like a deadly weapon. My God, it's unfathomable that you would run over a person who's running from you, not putting your life in any danger, that you cannot use a least intrusive measure to apprehend him other than to run him over and run your car into the Burger King.
That's right. Say that.
I mean, I'm saying, yeah, we have video that we're going to show you all. And it is heartbreaking, Attorney Johnson. I still say, Pastor, it's inhumane. Not only how the car hit him and caused him to be knocked to the ground, but Ms. Cage, it's equally heartbreaking that when he was on the ground moaning, asking for help from the very people who were supposed to protect and serve him, it didn't look like they gave him a helping hand, y'all. And y'all don't have to take my word for it or any of the lawyers' word for it. You all get to sit with your own eyes. And he's moaning, asking for help. Do they call the ambulance, call comfort and say, we're going to get you help, just stay still, don't move. We know if we move you, we can cause further injury to your body. All the things they're trained to do, did they do that for him? No. They put handcuffs on him and moved them around and so forth that could have exacerbated the injuries. You know, he ended up dying, and you just don't know if they would have offered him an ounce of humanity when he was down there on the ground, moaning, asking for help. Would Samuel be with us today? But they didn't treat him worthy of humanity. They treated him like a criminal, as if they were the judge, the jury, and the executioner. And they do that too much in our community. Pastor, if we want to show the video, and then I'll make a few more remarks. We'll have Attorney Johnson. Okay, you don't have to watch it, Mr. Johnson. Okay. Go ahead, start it now. Can you show it one more time, Pastor? Yeah, and this is the video that shows how reckless they were in chasing an unarmed man. And we'll circulate it to the media as well. Driving so recklessly, not only do they hit Samuel, but he ends up hitting the curb on the Burger King. And then the activists were able to take photographs that we have.
Now, understand you are seeing this video blurred at the moment. That's because this is happening live. We do not know what's on the screen at the moment. If there was any sensitive video being shown, anything graphic, we just don't know at this time, so stay with us.
And we know shortly thereafter, he succumbed to the injuries from that crash. We also know from eyewitnesses that they said the police didn't seem too concerned about his health after they crashed into him. And that's why we need a thorough investigation, not only about the excessive force they're using, taking his life, but the aftermath after they hit him with the car is just as important. So we'll go back up to the podium and let Miss Hay talk to you all from the heart, Attorney Johnson. Mr. Sterling, it's over. If you can come back, Mr. Sterling. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you Attorney Ben Johnson, a great civil rights lawyer, somebody we're proud of, the whole legal team, all of us. Attorney Vonda, Attorney John, and we outstand and be recognized. It takes a village. It takes a whole village to get justice for our people.
Good evening. Honored to be here, but I'm not pleased. I was in the same place with many of y'all. Mr. Crump, a few years ago, for Patrick Loyola, and I'm so sorry that we're here to talk about something identical. When you talk about somebody that is being hit by a car, run over by a car, from behind, not a whole lot more to talk about. I shared with Ms. Cage and Mr. Sterling tonight, I've been doing this for 38 years. So I have all the gray hair and very little of it left. I got a very interesting phone call from Attorney General Dana Nessel, and I want to give her a shout out for that, because that takes a lot of guts. And I shared with Mom and Dad and the family, so they've allowed me to share a little bit with you. First and foremost, we want to thank Attorney General Nessel for her compassion in reaching out to the family and offering her condolences. Secondly, an investigation she has assured me to tell the parents. Our family has already started, and there are not one, and I asked her for permission to quote her, and she said yes, and again, I give her credit. But 2 highly experienced prosecutors from the Attorney General's office who have excellent experience, sadly, in prosecuting what we call misconduct, excessive force situations.
And that is Attorney Ben Johnson speaking. You also heard from Ben Crump, who is the attorney representing the family of Samuel Sterling, the Kentwood man who was hit and killed by an unmarked Michigan State police vehicle. Now, as he continues to answer questions, we'll continue to be streaming this live on 13onyourside.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.